There's a moment in life, usually somewhere after 60, when your body starts whispering things it never used to say. It might be a stiffness in your knees every morning, a strange reaction after a big meal, or a subtle shift in energy that's hard to describe but impossible to ignore. And when this happens, you do what you've always done. You try to eat healthier. You add more greens, more salads, more vegetables, because that's what the world says is good for you, right? But what if I told you, not all vegetables are safe for older adults? Yes, even the ones that have been called superfoods, even the ones you've eaten for decades. You see, as we age, our digestive system changes. Our gut bacteria shift. Our kidneys, liver, and immune system don't work quite the same way. And that means the foods that once nourished us can sometimes start to harm us. This video isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to free you. Free you from the idea that every vegetable is healthy for everyone. Because the truth is, for seniors, some vegetables can quietly trigger inflammation, joint pain, digestive trouble, or even blood sugar spikes. But don't worry, I won't just tell you what to avoid. I'll also tell you which vegetables are absolute gold for your body, especially after 60. So let's begin with the first vegetable you may need to stay far away from. Vegetable to avoid number 1, eggplant, brinjal. A hidden trigger for joint pain and inflammation. Let me tell you about Mr. D'Souza, an energetic 68-year-old retired teacher from Pune. He had a love for brinjal, roasted, fried, stuffed. He ate it at least twice a week. But something strange started happening. His knees ached more than usual. His fingers stiffened up in the mornings. And the pain got worse every time he had a brinjal-heavy meal. His doctor ran tests. Nothing serious came up. But then a nutritionist asked one question. How often do you eat foods from the nightshade family? Mr. D'Souza blinked. Nightshade? Eggplants, or brinjals, are part of the nightshade vegetable family, along with tomatoes, potatoes, and bell peppers. These veggies contain a compound called solanine, a natural chemical that can worsen inflammation in some people, especially those who already have arthritis or joint sensitivity. Now, not everyone reacts the same way, but for seniors with weak gut linings, autoimmune conditions, or chronic inflammation, solanine can be, slow-acting troublemaker. It doesn't cause a dramatic allergic reaction. It's sneaky. It builds up over time, causing stiffness, bloating, and sometimes even skin issues. The worst part? We often don't connect the dots. We blame aging, when the real culprit is sitting on our plate. So if you've been dealing with mysterious aches, or if you've been diagnosed with osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, try removing eggplants from your diet for 2 to 3 weeks. You might be surprised how much lighter your body feels. You're not missing out. You're tuning in to what your body has been trying to tell you all along. Vegetable to avoid number 2, raw cabbage and cauliflower. Gas, bloating, and thyroid trouble in disguise. Meet Mrs. Lata Kapoor. She's 72, sprightly, and loves her evening walks. For years, she swore by her raw cabbage salad and light cauliflower stir-fry. It's good for digestion, she used to say. But something was off. She often felt bloated, heavy, gassy. Some nights, her stomach felt like a balloon ready to burst. And slowly, she started gaining weight, even though her eating habits hadn't changed. She also began experiencing unusual fatigue, dry skin, and cold hands and feet. It wasn't until her blood work came back that the real issue was discovered. Her thyroid levels were slipping. So what happened? Both cabbage and cauliflower belong to a group of vegetables called cruciferous vegetables. Now, these aren't bad vegetables by default. In fact, they contain antioxidants and fiber. But in seniors, especially those who eat them raw and frequently, they can cause two big problems. 1. Digestive stress. These vegetables contain complex sugars called raffinose, which ferment in the gut and create gas. And with age, our digestive enzymes decline. That means seniors often struggle to break down these raw veggies efficiently. 2. Thyroid disruption. Cruciferous veggies contain goitrogens, natural compounds that can interfere with how the thyroid gland uses iodine. Over time, this can suppress thyroid function and lead to weight gain, fatigue, and mood changes. And sadly, many seniors never suspect the cause. They keep eating these healthy raw salads, hoping to lose weight or feel better, when in fact, they're quietly sabotaging their metabolism. So what's the solution? If you love cabbage or cauliflower, always cook them, preferably steam, boil, or lightly sauté. Cooking reduces goitrogens and makes digestion easier, and if you already have low thyroid function, it might be wise to avoid these vegetables altogether or eat them rarely, and only well cooked. Remember, being healthy isn't about blindly following diet trends. It's about listening to your body and adjusting with wisdom. Vegetable to avoid. Number 3. Canned or pickled vegetables. The silent sodium trap that harms your heart. Now let's talk about something that sneaks onto a lot of senior plates without much thought. Canned peas, pickled carrots, tinned beans, packaged veggie mixes. They are convenient, affordable, long-lasting, and on the surface, they seem like an easy way to get veggies into your meals, especially if you live alone or don't cook much anymore. But behind that convenience hides a serious health threat. Sodium. Most canned or pickled vegetables are soaked in salty brine or preservative solutions that are loaded with sodium. In fact, just one serving can contain 300 to 800 milligrams of salt. Sometimes even more. For seniors, this is dangerous. Why? Because as we age, our blood vessels stiffen, our kidneys become less efficient, and our risk of high blood pressure, heart failure, and kidney damage increases. Too much salt pulls water into your bloodstream, raising blood pressure and making your heart work harder. This can lead to swelling in your legs, shortness of breath, and even sudden heart episodes. And the worst part, many seniors assume their veggie intake is healthy because they're eating vegetables, but they're unknowingly flooding their system with salt, preservatives, and even beta-PA from old tin linings, which can harm hormonal balance. If you're eating canned or pickled vegetables, here are 2 rules to follow. 1. Always rinse them thoroughly. This can remove up to 40% of the salt. 2. Choose low sodium or no salt added options whenever possible. Better yet, go for fresh or frozen. And remember, vegetables are supposed to heal, not harm. Don't let salt hide behind the mask of health food. Vegetable to eat. Number 1. Sweet potatoes. Gentle on digestion, powerful for energy, soothing for joints. Let's start with a vegetable that's not just delicious, but a gentle powerhouse for older adults. Sweet potatoes. Soft, comforting, and naturally sweet. This humble root vegetable is a gift for the aging body. Meet Uncle Sham, 78 years old, retired school teacher. For years, he struggled with irregular digestion, joint stiffness, and low energy in the afternoons. Doctors gave him medicines, but nothing really fixed the fatigue. Until one day, a nutritionist made a simple change. Eat half a sweet potato every day. It sounded too easy, too simple. But within 2 weeks, something changed. He felt lighter. His knees hurt less. He was waking up with more energy. All from this one food. Why? Because sweet potatoes are rich in fiber, potassium, beta-carotene, and slow-digesting carbs. These 4 things matter deeply for seniors. 1. They support smooth digestion. The fiber in sweet potatoes is gentle and helps prevent constipation, a common problem as we age. 2. They regulate blood sugar naturally. Unlike regular potatoes, sweet potatoes have a low glycemic index, so they release sugar slowly into the blood, avoiding spikes and crashes. 3. They reduce joint inflammation. Beta-carotene, a form of vitamin A, is a natural anti-inflammatory that helps soothe arthritis pain and supports tissue repair. 4. They replenish lost minerals. Sweet potatoes are high in potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that reduce muscle cramps, high blood pressure, and fatigue. And best of all, they're incredibly versatile. You can steam them, bake them, mash them, even add them to soups. They require little chewing, they're easy to digest, and they taste wonderful, even without added sugar or salt. So, if you're tired of tasteless health food, sweet potatoes are a blessing. Warm, healing, and comforting, just like the kind of food your body deserves after 60. And remember, not all carbs are bad. Some are medicine wrapped in sweetness. Sweet potatoes are one of them. Vegetable to eat, number 2, moringa leaves, drumstick leaves. Nature's multivitamin for seniors over 60. There's a tree that grows quietly in many Indian backyards. It's known as the Odi moringa tree, and its leaves are among the most nutrient-dense vegetables on the planet. Yes, moringa leaves, also called drumstick leaves or Saijan ke pate, are a superfood for seniors. Let's understand why. Taiwan, high in protein, even more than most vegetables. They contain all 9 essential amino acids which help maintain muscle strength, especially as we lose muscle mass with age. 2. Rich in iron and calcium, perfect for seniors dealing with fatigue, weak bones, or osteoporosis. 1 small serving gives more calcium than milk and more iron than spinach. 3. Anti-inflammatory and blood sugar friendly. Moringa reduces inflammation in joints and helps lower blood sugar levels naturally, perfect for those with diabetes or arthritis. 4. Boosts immunity and brain clarity. With vitamins A, C, and E, moringa strengthens your immune system and fights mental fog or forgetfulness. And it doesn't end there. Moringa has been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine to treat over 300 ailments, from poor eyesight to high blood pressure. And here's the best part. It's easy to add to your meals. You can sauté the leaves with garlic and ghee, add them to dal, soups, or rotis, or even dry them into powder and add to warm water. A little goes a long way. If there's one green, leafy vegetable that older adults should eat, at least 3 times a week, it's this one. Because moringa isn't just food, it's a pharmacy growing on a tree. Vegetable to eat. 3. Bottle gourd, lauki, dudhi. Cooling, calming, and healing from the inside out. Now, let's talk about a vegetable most of us ignored as kids, but one that becomes a eternal lifesaver after 60. Bottle gourd, also known as lauki or tita dudhi. It may not be fancy, it may not have a trendy name, but for the senior body, it is pure healing. Let's look at why. 1. Extremely easy to digest. Lauki is 90% water and very low in fiber, so it soothes the stomach, cools inflammation, and prevents bloating. Perfect for seniors with acidity, gas, or weak digestion. 2. Supports heart and kidney function. Because of its high water content and potassium, it acts as a natural diuretic, removing excess salt and water, lowering blood pressure, reducing swelling. 3. Calms the nervous system. Bottle gourd contains compounds that have a cooling effect on the brain. It helps with insomnia, anxiety, and nervous tension. 4. Great for weight and blood sugar control. Low in calories and high in water. It keeps you full, hydrates the body, and helps keep sugar levels steady. You can cook it in dal, make lauki sabzi, or even drink it as juice. Just ensure it's fresh and not bitter. Ayurveda even recommends lauki juice as a daily tonic for older adults, especially in summer. It hydrates, heals, and harmonizes the body gently. And remember, not every medicine comes in a bottle. Some come shaped like one, like the bottle gourd. Dear seniors, you've just taken a journey through your kitchen, a place full of silent heroes and hidden dangers. Today, we uncovered 3 vegetables you should be careful with: eggplant, raw cruciferous veggies, and canned corn. These can quietly stir up inflammation, mess with digestion, or worsen blood sugar levels, especially for those of us over 60. And 3 vegetables you must embrace: sweet potatoes, moringa leaves, and bottle gourd. These are not just healthy, they are healing. But here's what I want you to remember most of all. Your food choices are your power. After 60, your body doesn't need confusion. It needs clarity, kindness, and care. It doesn't ask for perfect meals. It asks for healing ones. You don't need to eat like a child again, but you do need to eat like someone who finally understands. Your body is your last true home. And like any home, it deserves peace, strength, and gentle protection. Let me leave you with a small story. Mrs. Renu, age 72, used to think old age meant weakness. She had diabetes, joint pain, and chronic bloating. She stopped going for walks. She started avoiding social events. She felt like she was slowly becoming invisible. Then one day, a local nutritionist gave her a handwritten note. It said, "Change just one thing each week. Let food heal you." She began replacing processed snacks with boiled sweet potatoes. She added moringa powder to her roti flour. She drank warm lauki soup every other night. In 3 months, her blood sugar stabilized. Her knees felt lighter. She was walking again, smiling again. She said, "I didn't need a doctor to tell me I was getting better. My body whispered it every morning." And that's what I want for you. Not crash diets, not fear, not confusion, just small, consistent choices that feel loving, not punishing. Let your meals become your medicine. Let your vegetables become your protectors. You've taken care of others your whole life. Now, let your body take care of you, with a little help from nature. Because the truth is, you don't have to fear old age. You just have to eat for it.